Hello and welcome to what is becoming a classic on this channel, an early start! As you can see, I am quite thrilled at the prospect. I was in for a big day, so I had to make sure to have a proper breakfast before getting changed and heading out into the dark to get the metro. I was on my way to Piazza del Popolo, where I was going to be meeting my guide for this day trip. I'll leave a link in the description to the tour that I booked myself onto in case you would like to do the same. So, good morning. Welcome to another early start. I'm doing a tour through Get Your Guide, going out to Pompeii and also Mount Vesuvius. I've arrived at my meeting point in the Piazza del Popolo, I think it's called. So I'm just going to meet up with my guide and then we'll start the journey out there. After a fairly long journey down, we had arrived at Pompeii. Initially I was quite surprised for just how close to civilization it was, as I was expecting it to be really remote for some reason. After an introduction, we followed our guide into this ancient city. It was fascinating for just how well some of the structures were preserved after the events that took place back in 79 AD. As we were taken through the streets, we came across a range of features such as stepping stones between walkways, as well as being shown a range of houses and shops. In its prime, it is estimated that there were 10,000 to 20,000 residents in Pompeii. Some of the artwork captured on the walls was incredible to see, as I would have expected it to have been destroyed. One of the most harrowing features were the bodies of people unable to escape that had been covered in calcified layers of ash. Further on, we came across some of the fountains that were used by the people of Pompeii, and you could see the erosion of where people had placed their hand as they drank from the fountains. We then arrived at the Forum of Pompeii, which was the heart of this ancient city. Primarily, this was the hub for political activity. At this point, we were given a little bit of free time to explore by ourselves, so I began to charge around as many of the features possible, but I didn't have nearly enough time to do this. So here we are in the ruins of Pompeii, just having a look around and explore, seeing what we can find. Plenty to see whilst you're here. We're only on a guided tour at the moment though, so we've got limited time, so if you come in yourself, maybe just book a ticket and just spend the entire day exploring, because you easily could. It was then time to head back to the coach in order to go up and visit the thing that caused the fall of Pompeii in 79 AD, that thing being Mount Vesuvius. There were two options when booking onto the trip. One was to do a geological tour, whilst the other was to hike all the way up to the top, and me being me, I was of course going for the hike option. So the hike up Vesuvius has begun. It's a bit cloudy at the top now, I don't think it's going to clear, but crossing fingers for now. The path was reasonably good, but I'd recommend having some good footwear for doing the hike, so leave your Crocs and sandals at home. After a short hike up, I arrived and was met with some amazing views into the crater of Vesuvius. Circling around further into the fog, I was able to get a range of different views into the crater. Today the height of Vesuvius is just short of 1,300 metres, but before the eruption in 79 AD, it is estimated to have been double this in height, which is terrifying to imagine. In hindsight, the fog was actually quite atmospheric, as if it was signs of another eruption was about to occur. At the end of the trail, there is a little shop where you can buy a hot drink, or even some wine. So we've made it to the top. We've seen glimpses of the volcano from what the cloud cover allowed us. Very unfortunate to be covered in cloud. I'm sure in like an hour's time it'll be no clouds, full sunshine. But it took maybe just over 20 minutes-ish to get up, but I've got to head back down now, otherwise I'll miss my bus and forever be stranded on this volcano. And if you're wondering how the supplies get to the shops, the answer is cars. I'd hate to be the one doing the 3-point turn at the top. Overall, this was a great trip for getting a flavour of both destinations, but if I was doing it again, I would definitely want more time in Pompeii. I hope you've enjoyed this little video on my trip to Pompeii and Vesuvius. If you have, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you on another video soon.